Well, I installed this beautiful window. Kind of got it cleaned on the inside. Last night it rained. I mean, it rained really good and hard. And from the witness of the tiles, yeah, our window leaked. What you can't see, I'll show you when I go outside. But what you can't see is that there's a piece of trim on this mobile home that it's not connected to the siding. It's behind that piece of plywood, that furring strip right there. You can't really see it. But there's a piece of trim up there. And when I put the window in, basically that trim is open. It's like J trim. I'll show you. Anyway, I had a massive leak. So I've got to fix that. Alright, so right there above the window, you can see a big gap up in there. Now my window is sealed, but I think what was happening is the rain was washing down the side, catching that piece of J trim right there, which you can't see really, but catching that piece of J trim instead of going down, which it was running down the side of the window, side of the house, but it was also going back under the house. Let me climb this precariously short ladder and see if I can get you a little better shot. So I think the water was running off this roof down here, catching this trim and going in, because it was raining pretty hard. But as you can see, my window is pretty well sealed all the way across. It's a used window, but it's sealed. I've used that gray masking tape. Ow! Gray mask. I grabbed my dang beard and pulled my hair. Darn it. But anyway, I believe that rain was washing down in there, and under that, and into the house, because that's open right there. And there really ain't nothing to do about it. This trim, you can see how loose that trim is. It's not even attached to nothing. It's up at the top. Mobile homes, they're well built. It's lasted 40 years. Alright, so I'll show you what I'm doing. Let me get off this ladder. You see how I've made like an awning or a drip edge or whatever, so that the water didn't run right down directly onto the window and into the house right here on this window here. That's what I got to do over here on this side. And yeah. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but someday I'm going to get a roof. Let me show you what else I'm going to do. I really do hate camcorders on a phone. I was trying to unpause the button. That's all I was trying to do. Nope, you can't do that. Anyway, now that my little rant's over, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut me a strip. Right there on that line, I'm going to cut me a strip. It's a little over, it's 4'6". The window's supposed to be 4 foot. So what I'm going to do is take that piece of metal, when I cut it out, I'm going to curve it. Well, I'm going to attach it up there to the roof, to the side first. And after I get it attached, I'm going to pull it out so that it makes a lip. Try to give the rain somewhere to go besides down into my house. Darn it. So anyway, that's what I'm trying to do here. So, alright. Let me get that cut and then I'll come back after I install it. I hope. Alright, so take two. I was using that aluminum, and I shot one screw into the wall, and I looked at it and I said, oh, you know what? I think you're too stiff. And so, I don't know what alloy of aluminum it is, but it's a good heavy duty piece of metal, but it's not going to work for what I want. Mobile home door. It's aluminum. We'll cut me a chunk out of this, and we're going to try to use this as opposed to that. And maybe it'll work. Same basic thing. I'll take a side grinder and cut it out, and then we'll see what happens. Now, maybe I'm just out of the loop. I've been saving this door for like forever because I was going to just pull the skin off of it, take it to the scrapyard and sell it for aluminum. Well, imagine my surprise when I go to cutting this out and I got sparks flying. Well, I'll be darned. Well, I've been believing that was aluminum clad door all this time. And unless they got some kind of special aluminum that sparks when you cut it with a grinding wheel, I got a steel clad door. Oh well, it's still going to work. I'm going to take this piece of metal, even though I nicked it with the grinding trying to cut it because I didn't really realize that there was a folded seam and I didn't have to cut it along the edge. I still think it'll work. It's a whole lot thinner than that aluminum is though. So let's see if I can get this to work. All right, I ran out of patience, energy. I've got the general idea. It just ain't working. Why? I can't get to it. The top of my ladder is right there. I move an inch and the ladder wants to move 6. I can't afford to get hurt because the ladder don't want to work for me. Can't afford to get hurt because the damn rain wants to be in the house. Fuck it, I'll get a boat.